Hey everyone, welcome to the Otherz podcast. I am your host, Stephen Penny. Joining me this week, a return guest. Maybe my first return guest, I think, perhaps.
Hey.
Yes, as you probably all know, it is Anthony Bates, aka Star Trek World. How you doing, man?
What's up, people? How's it going, Steve?
Not too bad here, thank you. Not too bad, although we were just saying before we started recording, I was close to sleep, so hopefully this wakes me up a little bit.
You can sleep when you're dead, bro.
Exactly. Or just in a few hours when I go to bed.
Right.
All right, so this week we're kind of circling back to the start of In My Mind. I've been saving this one because you did specially request to talk about this one.
Oh, yeah.
So we are going for I was going to say the big lead single. I think they thought it was going to be big, but it wasn't. But it is,
yeah.
Can I Have It Like That?
Big to the others, but not quite big to the rest of the world.
Yeah, very much so. So this was released on the 31st of October 2005 after God knows how many delays, similar to the album. As you kind of mentioned, it didn't really take off across the globe at all, this single. I'm looking at some charts here from 2005, 2006, and kind of made top 50 in a lot of European places. Got to number 10 here in Finland, in fact, while in Finland. Surprisingly, only 78 in France. And France are always big kind of N.E.R.D. and Pharrell fans.
Yeah.
Only 37 in Germany. Still looking down the list. The UK actually hit number 3 in its first week. And then just kind of slowly slipped down the charts. But in the US Billboard Hot 100, it hit a massive 49.
Hey, all right.
So yeah, it did not do well. It did slightly better in the other weird subcategories of charts. So the hot R&B hip hop songs, it got to 32, and the hot rap tracks, it got to number 20.
All right. That ain't bad.
But generally, well, yeah, I think with the
for the weird sub categories, like, it's not bad.
But I think with the amount of money they kind of pumped into the promotion of this album and the promotion of this single and then the video itself, I think they've got to be fairly disappointed with that performance in the charts.
Not a big payoff.
Not at all. So as we say, this was the lead single from the album. It had a lot of hype and publicity around it. Really big budget video by Paul Hunter, longtime collaborator with Pharrell. It's got all the kind of, I think, stereotypical kind of things you'd see in a hip-hop video of that time. It's got naked women, private aeroplanes, explosions in the streets.
Yes.
All of that stuff.
Yes.
And to me, this video, it's a good representation of the album itself. It's kind of especially the lyrical content. The lyrical content is like the epitome of the album. It's very over the top and braggy, as is the video of all the explosions and stuff. And again, I think this is kind of why it didn't really catch on for the general public.
I mean, this video, this is why I specially requested to cover this song, because this video encapsulates everything that I was about at that point in time. Like, everything that I was a fan of was happening in this video. The Voltron car stuff, the crazy chain, just the gear was insane in this video. It was like everything I wanted at once. And I'm a big No Doubt fan, big Gwen Stefani fan. So just having her in the video too was just like, it was everything. Like, it was everything.
See, I have a different view to you, I think, unfortunately.
That's good. That's good.
But
that's why we got two people on here.
Exactly. So this is one of those songs that I think I love and I hate in equal measures. So there will be some days when this comes on and I will just happily listen to it end to end and maybe even put it on again. There are some days when it comes on and I'm just like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, and I skip straight through it. And
really,
the Gwen part of it, I've got a specific line in my notes here about her involvement in the, I was going to say the hook, the one line that she does or whatever it is.
Sure.
I think having her on the track was a good idea, but I think she's just very underutilized to the point where she has that one line and it's just repeated, and I just find that really, really annoying. I think if you'd given her more to do, you'd given her something, or you'd put some kind of bridge in there, or I don't know, something else, it could have been better utilized.
See, and I don't know, and I'm kind of, again, we're kind of on opposite ends, because it's like, I like that she was just kind of there as like, because to me it was all kind of the whole video is a stunt. I mean, it's one big stunt. It's like, look at me, I'm the freshest, and by the way, I just happen to get Gwen Stefani just to kind of dance around me and say you got it like that. Like, it just kind of played into like the I don't know, like the boss, like I just do what I want thing. And I think that's just kind of why I liked it, because he did use her just like, just say this. This is what I want you to say. Just say this over and over. Like, I don't know. It just kind of worked with the bravado and the whole like thing for me. And plus, I mean, she looked good in the video. I mean, I'll give her that. She definitely looked good in the video.
Yeah, well, we can give her that. But yeah, as I say, I just find it slightly annoying, and I just think
though. I mean, because the song, like you say, like today, if you were to come across it, you'd probably give it a hard skip, or
sometimes
you got to be in the right mood.
Yeah.
I just remember first hearing it, like just the way it started. It was just, I don't know. I love like the jazzy groove this song has, man. Like,
I've got to say, like the beat of it, like the instrumental, I could probably listen to all day long.
Yeah.
But when you kind of combine it with that hook, and then the kind of the rhymes are kind of, some of them
interesting rhymes here.
Yeah, they're a bit forced, and I don't think they've aged well, and it's not particularly great content. Yeah, I find it a struggle sometimes, that's all.
I will say, there is, let me see, where, yeah, so this line kind of sticks out to me in the song where he says, and never get addicted unless their heady wop is serious. Like, when I first heard that, first of all, I was like, I have no idea what he's saying there. I get it now, but like, Pharrell always said things that were just like, to use one of his own like sayings, like left to center. Mm-hmm. Like, he always says things where you're like, what? Go back. Like, what did he say? Like, and he just, I don't know, at the time, because it's like kind of fit, because like at the time he was saying things that not a lot of people were saying. He was wearing things that people weren't wearing, and he was like, his whole aura was just different. Like, he was just different. That's kind of always been like, and just saying things like, I like the way she liked the way my hands use her body for hand warmers. Like what? Like, yeah. It's weird, but I don't know. It's P, man. He's just weird, bro.
There's some bits in there that are okay. That head space line is one that I actually kind of cringe at now. All these kind of years later, it's I don't know.
It's I will say that I will say that it hasn't aged well. That I will give you that for sure. Lyrically, it's dated.
Yes, yeah, very much so. The video is dated as well, let's say.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
It kind of looks of its time in terms of hip hop videos, and you can't blame them for that, I guess. This is the time.
Yeah.
This was his kind of big solo breakout album where he was becoming a commercial kind of pop star, I guess. So you're going to employ somebody for your lead single to give you a big kind of brashy, in your face video, because that's obviously what he's trying to portray throughout the video and in the song itself. And you've got those big kind of sweeping shots over LA. You've got the kind of graphics on the green screen. You've got all the explosions, which they did in some of the streets in downtown LA and shut those down. So there's obviously a lot of money spent there. And
I think it actually was in Miami. I think.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I think because I see like Ocean Drive in one of these shots, I believe. And he was just real big on Miami. Like at that time, he was just Miami this, Miami that. I think he had a place there though too.
He did, yeah. He had just bought his penthouse there, and he does mention Miami in that place in Miami in the song as well. There's a good chance, some of it may have well been shot in Miami. I think the explosions...
What was the place he mentioned in the lyrics?
His place in Virginia, and I can't remember the actual lyric now.
Okay, yeah, I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, but I think, at least I read the kind of explosion scenes were shot in LA, but as with these videos, bits and pieces could be shot all over the place. And
they chop them everywhere,
Yeah, and like you say, this was around the time when I think every hip-hop star was buying a place in Miami, and that was the kind of resurgence of Miami, partly, and a lot of people were based out there, so there's certainly a good chance some bits were shot there.
What do you think about like the animation characters with the like real life? It's like randomly cutting to the character dancing to the music.
That's the weird thing. I watched it back earlier and was like, oh yeah, I think this is like the first time we saw that kind of cartoon character Pharrell, which
moving,
I think he had him on the chain already. I think we'd seen like graphics on promotional items and stuff like that.
I was obsessed with it, by the way.
Yeah, but we hadn't really sort of seen it utilized in any other kind of way. So to see those kind of cartoon characters, especially when there's about 20 of them all kind of like lined up doing that same
it's awesome.
Weird little dance. It's very, very, very strange.
I love it. And the thing about it is like, if you like watch the video too, like there'll be random, just like almost like those weird like conspiracy theory Illuminati flashes in the video, just being like in my mind, like by the album, almost like a by the album subconsciously thing. It's hilarious because that is like something you don't really see. That's also what makes it dated. Even at the end of the video where it says like in my mind,
yes,
it's almost like a weird promo thing.
And I think the quality of the video I saw isn't great. Weirdly enough, you can't get a good copy of this on YouTube anywhere, at least not over here. So I've got like an old copy on a media server here that I kind of watch back. And I think there's a couple of shots where you actually get little kind of like ice cream logos kind of flash up, but they're partly transparent, and they're just off to the corner somewhere, so you don't really necessarily spot them unless you're looking quite closely. But there's all those little weird bits
subliminal messaging.
But again, like some of the other videos, this is a very much a BBC ice cream lookbook.
Heck yeah.
Video. This is when branding was being really pushed up a notch, especially because the album was coming out, and I did make a little list here of bits and pieces we've got in there. So you've got the Cones and Bones t-shirt, you've got the varsity jacket, you've got the
classic.
Yep, you've got the Swarovski BBC t-shirt, you've got the white Diamond and Dollar zip-up hoodie. I think within the video, again, the quality of my one's pretty poor, but I think he's wearing two different pairs of the Pharrell Bapesters. And then I think there's like the pink and purple colour, and then the red and blue one I think he's wearing as well. And then you've got an ice cream Coach jacket in there. You've got the all black B logo hat. You've got the shorts. So very much product placement.
What are the shoes he's wearing? Like this scene where he's with Gwen most of the time, because they almost look like Jordans.
Are they red?
I can't, again, the quality of of what I have too. No, they're like a orangish, pinkish, and red. I don't know, like because the tongue on them, they don't look like ice creams. Like I could be super wrong. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I think that there's one scene. It might be when he's on the plane when he's got his feet up and you can see the toe.
You can see those,
and he's wearing at that point it's the pinky purple Pharrell Roadster Bapes or whatever they're called. And I think in the other shots, I think it's the same shoes but the red version. But again, I could be wrong as well. The quality of the video I've got here is pretty crappy as well. Yeah, guys.
If you know the shoes that he's wearing, where Gwen is dancing, like basically like up on him, like let us know. 'Cause to me, they look like Jordans, and I wouldn't be surprised if he just randomly had Jordans on, like just so. Yeah, I'm very curious to know exactly what those are.
I know full well that somebody out there will have a good or semi-good quality version of this video, and they'll be watching it back, zooming it in, blowing it up.
Yeah.
There's always one of you.
But, I forgot he's rocking the all-white G-Shock, which is why I went and bought a G-Shock.
Yeah, I actually had, I think in 2006, I went and bought the pink version, in fact. And I
have a pink one, too.
I think I've still got it here somewhere. Wear it. No, I think mine's in the cupboard underneath my TV, in fact.
Yep, it just sits in a box. Like I don't wear it. I wore it because now, I mean, who's wearing those now, bro? Who's wearing pink G-Shocks? Yeah. Not to say it's still not cool, but I grew out of it quickly.
Yeah, very much so. And it attracts.
Dude, and he had the. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. Cut you off.
I was going to say it's one of those items where if you can pull it off, you can pull it off. That's cool. But I just remember being in the UK, and then when I moved to Australia, I had it as well. And a big pink G-Shock watch just did not attract the right attention. It attracted some weird looks and not particularly friendly comments at times.
Yeah. I used to get clowned for my pink one too, man. But I was on, dude. Like I think I just posted a picture on my Instagram story a couple days ago. It was I was wearing like I was pretty much ice creamed and BBC'd out. Like this was around like the time this video had come out and all that, and I was like, I thought I was skateboard P, bro. And I had the pink G-Shock, and no one could tell me nothing. Like my mom would clown me, my dad would clown me, my girlfriends would clown me. They'd be like, "Oh, are you wearing all this colorful stuff?" I'd be like, "You know what? This is hot. I don't care what nobody says. This is what I'm doing. If you'll pick on, you'll catch on. And now like colors are it. Like everyone's wearing colors now.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, now everything's just multicolored and crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yep. P was ahead, bro. He was always ahead fashion wise. Still is actually.
Very much so.
Yeah. And then I think, and Raphael mentioned this in the last podcast, that all black on black Miami Heat hat, bro. Yeah. Like I actually just recently went on Google trying to find one now, and I cannot find that exact triple black Miami. There's always like black with white trim or a black with a different logo. Like I actually have a all black Miami hat where everything is black except for the hoop and it's red, and it's pretty sweet. But I actually want that all black on black on black one.
I remember at the time, I can't remember like where they were being sold or who was selling them, but yeah, after that or around that time they were hot then. Everyone was buying those. But yeah, if anyone out there has one, then do get in touch.
Holler at your boy.
So what else do we see in this video? We've got the, as we've already mentioned, the big N.E.R.D chain from, I believe, Jacob & Co., I think, if I remember rightly. So that's with the cartoon characters of Pharrell, Chad, and Shay. And I believe that chain's got the red dog on it as well, hasn't it?
Dookie.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dookie.
So yeah, a nice gaudy piece of jewelry in there as well.
Just that alone, bro. That piece alone makes this video fire.
But again, you've got to look. Like, you look at the chain that they use, like the multicolor. I don't know what that style of chain is. I can't remember the name. But
I think it's what do they call it? A Cuban link. I think I'm probably going to be butchered by everybody from New York.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a Cuban link, but whatever it is, yeah. You look at like rappers now, and in the last few years, they're all imitating that exact same style of jewelry and having the multicolored links and.
Yeah, I made a post a while back about it. I think Travis Scott has a chain using Travis Scott has a chain using the same links, same different colors, and then he's got like a Cactus Jack pendant, which is pretty big. It's still not this chain, but it's like its baby brother for sure.
Yeah, so even setting jewelry trends back in 2005.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Nego, man. That's the Nego is the chain king though. Nobody's touching that dude. Nobody.
Oh yeah, I'm just googling Travis Scott chain. Yeah, he has the exact same chain.
Same links, right?
Yeah. Although just very slightly smaller by the looks of it. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, baby brother.
Crazy jewelry.
But between that, I mean the varsities. I think there's a ice cream skate team cameo.
Yeah.
His brother makes an appearance in the video just randomly.
Yep, with the astronaut again, more branding. The astronaut on the front of the skate deck.
Yep.
And then you've got a couple of them or a few of them, I think, in the background, sort of doing tricks and stuff. Sort of through the smoky sort of backdrop that's going on. Yeah.
That ice cream hoodie is just everything though. They performed this. Him and Gwen Stefani performed this on American television. It's on I think it was on NBC or ABC, one of those. And I forgot, like, it was for some award show. And freaking Gwen Stefani, first of all, Pharrell comes through the floor, like slowly through the floor. And I think Shay is accompanying him. It's either Shay or Family. I don't remember because I'm not like looking at it right now at the second. But I remember like being like waiting all day. I knew this was going to be airing. And I didn't watch many award shows at the time, but I was going to watch this. And I just sat in front of the TV and I just fanned out, man. Like my mom was just like looking at me like, dude, like you're like obsessed. And I'll be like, shut up, mom. I'm trying to hear this. Like, turn it up. And I was like, man, I want that hoodie. I want that hat. Oh, I want those shoes. Like because he wore the all gray ice cream hoodie with the Cones and Bones like logo on the front and the big ice cream on the back.
Yeah.
And dude, it was that. And then he had the chain on, and he wore it looks like he actually came from the Tokyo grand opening because he almost was wearing like the similar outfit that he wore during that. And yeah, dude, this was the time for me, man. This was my fandom time, like high peak fandom time.
Yeah, I think like just before we started recording, I watched one of the live versions, and it's he's doing this on Letterman, I think it is, and yeah, he's got Shay there with him, and yeah, he's wearing the same outfit, so it's that grey hoodie, the white Cones and Bones tee underneath, obviously the all black hat, the chain and everything, and then some jeans, and I think they're a pair of just normal Roadsters. I think he's wearing.
What's a normal Roadster?
Well, yeah.
Was it like one color?
No, white with, I don't know, some kind of trim on it. But yeah, not the crazy coloured like Pharrell ones.
Not to mention on the award show that I saw, Gwen Stefani appeared on stage coming down from the sky in an ice cream cone. Like, it was just full on BBC ice cream, man, at this time. Full on.
It's one way of doing it. If you've got a platform like that, then you may as well use it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I have to kind of speak on Gwen Stefani and Pharrell as a pair, as a creative pair, because whenever they get together, man, like I won't speak necessarily on this song since, like you mentioned before, she's not doing a whole lot.
Yeah.
But their creative chemistry is insane. Like some of their other songs that they've done together, like, I don't know if anyone out there has not heard the song You Started It, you need to fix that. You need to Google it. You Started It with Gwen Stefani and Pharrell. The bridge on that is insane. But like when they get together, it's crazy, quirky, like awesomeness every time. Like,
yeah, I don't have any.
Wind it up, crazy.
That is crazy. I don't really have any like Gwen Stefani or No Doubt stuff on my in my Apple Music apart from the Pharrell beats, because they are just crazy.
Fun fact about me is the first album that I ever purchased was No Doubt Tragic Kingdom, their first album. So that's the first album that I ever purchased, and I was listening to it with my Walkman.
Fun fact.
90s kids stand up. Early 2000s 90s kids stand up.
Don't, 'cause I'll start feeling old.
I just dated myself, guys. I'm 30 years old, just in case anybody's wondering.
But yeah, his stuff with her, because obviously this was recorded while the Sweet Escape sessions were going on, from what I understand. And he played her the beat, and she said she wanted to kind of jump on it and do something, which makes me think there may be more stuff she potentially recorded to go on this, but it got cut.
There is a list. There is a short list of secrets. There is a short list of unreleased songs that they've done together that's out there. It's actually on the forum. There's a little article about it. Again, if you don't know what the forum is, if you don't know, you're not supposed to know, I guess. That's kind of
way to be inclusive.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but like if you don't know, you should know by now. But no, Neptunes.org. There's a grinding forum, just for us people, and they talk about it. Gwen talks about like some collaborations that they have had that have not been released, and I'm dying to know what that sounds like.
Yeah, I'd like to hear some of that stuff.
But yeah, this video is everything. It's almost, it's corny to its detriment, but it's almost, some parts of it are so corny that it's good. Like when he's flying in midair, like a airplane, like
when he kind of starts floating, like David Blaine-esque, yeah.
Terrible CGI.
Yeah.
At least in the version that I've seen, it looks pretty terrible. Shout out to Family too. Family's in the video.
He's in the background, yeah. We see Pharrell's nice black Enzo as well.
That Enzo, man. That Enzo is referenced quite a bit by him.
I'd be interested to know if he still... Yeah, it is. I'd be interested to know if he still got all these kind of cars he collected back then.
I doubt it. Dude, that Enzo was probably... He probably gave it to Nigo, and Nigo probably melted it down to some type of chain or jewelry, or figured out a way to make it an art exhibit in his living room or something crazy.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Right.
There is one reference in here. It's actually the last line of the last verse, which, and it's not a particularly good reference or good line, but it kind of means something to me, I guess, kind of. And it's like when I'm on my butt. What is it?
The last verse?
Yeah, the last line.
Let's see. Should I mention the fact the transition is the track, no incision to the vision, just to get me where I'm at? Is it that part?
No, it's not. Hold on. Because I was about to say it, and now I thought, actually, I can't remember what the actual full line is. So, hold on. And this is where I can't find it. Oh, yeah. That's it. It's while I'm on my boat party trying to sunseek. That doesn't really mean anything to anyone apart from me, because it's reference to the luxury yachts, which are Sunseekers. That's obviously the play on the words there. And and Sunseekers are made in my hometown of Poole in the UK.
Hey, shout out! Wow, that's I would have never. First of all, throughout these whole years, I never knew what he was saying there. I never actually looked at the lyrics and tried to dissect them like that. And yeah, when I see that, I'm thinking he's just trying to say a cool way of like catch some rays, which he is, right? It's kind of a double entendre.
Exactly.
That's sweet, actually.
But yeah, for those who don't know, yeah, if you're a multi-millionaire or billionaire,
like Steve,
yeah, the yacht of choice for a lot of people is the Sunseeker, and
wow.
And if you want to buy one, then you can't just go and buy one. You have to commission it, and you have to pay literally millions and millions. And yes, they are made in my hometown of Poole. I've got friends that I went to school with that work there, and get to go out and help build these things and help test them. And yeah, they are one of the best luxury yachts out there. So if you've ever got 5, 10, 20 million spare knocking around, get yourself over to Sunseeker.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Exactly. All right, well,
so let's kind of talk a little bit about the production of this song. We mentioned it like briefly, but like, where would you put this in? Like this beat isn't in your top 10 Pharrell beats, would you say? Or even top 20 for that matter, would you say?
I don't know. It's not. It would be top half. You know, if there were 100 beats made, this would be top 50.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I quite like I love the intros you mentioned earlier. That's just such a different intro, something you're not really expecting. And when you hear that intro, you instantly know the track. And again, like you say, there's a lot of kind of jazz elements throughout it, which I really like. I like the bigness and the brashiness of it. The like heavy synths and drums in it. As a beat, I quite like it, and I could listen to the beat more than I could listen to the actual track itself.
I actually use the instrumental for a lot of parties that I DJ during dinner. I will throw this instrumental on during dinner, and people won't even realize that it's a hip hop track. They hear the the brushing snares. They hear I think there might be kind of like a bass being played in there, and they're like, oh, this is just like trendy jazz music. They don't even realize what I'm doing. I do that all the time, dude. I'll just play random like Pharrell beats, jazzy ones, whatever.
Just sneak them in there.
Just sneak them right in there. I'm always dropping gems on people, man. I have to. I feel like that's part of the job. You got to put people up on stuff.
And we've got to talk about the. I think probably urban legend more than anything around this beat, and this was the facts. I don't know if it was ever publicly talked about or stated anywhere or whatever, but supposedly this beat was kind of originally made. Nothing was being done with it. Diddy wanted it, or it was going to be given to him, and then other people heard it, and then Busta Rhymes wanted it, and there was some kind of bidding war between them, and then it got silly and out of control, and then obviously Pharrell decided, no, I'm going to pull it and I'm going to use the beat myself. Now,
wow.
Obviously, I kind of, from what I've read, I kind of believe the part that it was potentially originally made for Diddy, or was going to go to him, or he was interested in it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure other people heard it and liked it. The whole kind of crazy bidding war, and I remember like in 2005, 2006, there were things being written around them talking about paying like $5 million for the beat or something stupid.
What?
Or wanting to.
Wow.
I'm sure that's kind of exaggerated as it's kind of passed from person to person.
Right.
But it's kind of just, I always think, quite a nice little urban legend to go along with the track and the beat itself.
There are so many awesome Star Trek related urban legends out there, man. Like, yeah, it's just, and who knows even, how factual all that is, but it's just like, to think, I especially love the ones that talk about where certain beats were going to go originally.
Yep.
Because then it makes me like think of like, man, because Diddy actually would have sounded good on this track.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could have rolled that bounce. Like, he's kind of like one of those rappers. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say he's a rapper. He's one of those entertainers that knows how to adapt, because I mean he produces himself, so he knows how to like find a pocket and do his thing. And he would have sounded good on this. And Busta can tear up anything, so obviously
Busta would kill anything.
Could kill anything. But dude, yeah, that's crazy, man, to think that it could have went to either of those guys.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is right around the time when the NBA Finals thing like was popping off too, because I kept hearing this song along with a bunch of other promo tracks from In My Mind. The commercial. Which
the NBA version was a slight remix. It was Travis Barker doing the drums and Pharrell doing the guitar, if I remember rightly.
Shout out to Travis Barker, man. Legend.
But yeah, I would have been really interested to have heard what either of those people would have done on a beat like this, because as I say, if you just play the instrumental, it is quite a monster sort of track.
Is there any remixes out there floating around? I know I have a Baltimore remix, and I know I have a Baltimore remix, and I think I have some other random like house mix of it, but I don't know if there's any official ones.
Yeah, the official was the Travis Barker remix, which is essentially him just doing the drums differently, which was on like the B-side of the UK single.
Okay.
I believe that's the only official one. I'm just trying to flick through some references here. But yeah, that's the only official one listed off of the track listings that were released.
Fire. So overall, good song. Good song. Kind of dated video, but cool, cool video.
Of its time, let's say.
Of its time. Oh, yeah, of its time. Oh, dude, when this came out, this was everything to me. You couldn't tell me anything. This was the best video ever made when this came out. At that time for me.
Yeah, I remember watching this a lot as well. Being in my, would have been early 20s then, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I remember watching this on like MTV Base and it got like a fairly good rotation on TV in the UK, if I remember rightly. I remember seeing it quite a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, similar to you, I was kind of already into kind of all the BBC stuff and collecting stuff and the ice creams and all that sort of thing. So yeah, this was this video always caught my eye just because of the brashiness and flashiness of it.
This video put me in a little bit of debt, because when I saw this video, all I wanted to do every time I got a paycheck was go to Barney's and just buy any and every BBC related item that I could get my hands on, preferably things that I saw like in a video or in a online or in a lookbook or something like that, or if I saw P wearing it, I was like, and shout out to OG Vault, I believe that is his name. He recently made a post, like kind of off topic, but kind of on topic. He made a post about just because you see a celebrity wearing something doesn't make it like the hottest thing or like the best thing. Like, find your own identity. Yeah, I definitely didn't follow that rule back then. It was like, if P wore it, I'm copping it. It wasn't even a question. I just bought it. Even if I didn't even super like it that much. I was like, yeah, that's okay. I'm going to get this. Like,
I feel ya. And yeah, I've got to give a shout out to OG Vault as well. If you're into classic BBC ice cream bape stuff,
that's the place.
Yeah, man. Definitely go follow him. He has some really good deals as well, and he's a really, really good guy. So well worth dealing with if you're into that kind of thing. And
communication is key.
Exactly. His words exactly.
That's right.
But we'll do his ad for him here. Yeah, if you see something you like on there and you ain't got the money, then hit him up and speak to him and ask him.
That's right.
And he may be able to do you a sweet, sweet deal.
Right. Speaking of clothing,
yeah, lovely transition there. Lovely segue. Yeah, we've got some more new hues coming out this week. Tomorrow, maybe? Yeah, it's Friday tomorrow. So I think it is tomorrow they get released. For the love of God, more hues.
I can hear David crying from Detroit.
I was literally about to say,
New York.
rest in peace, Dave's bank account. Rest in peace. These ones I will not be copying. There's actually a few things to say about these ones and the last ones that were released. These are all part of the Solar Hue pack. The last bunch that were released, so they were originally called the Africa pack. They were based on taking inspiration from tribes and art and all this kind of thing and history in Africa. I managed to cop a pair. Shout out to the person that got them for me. But these are the first...
Shout out to the plug.
Shout out to the plug for sure. You know who you are. But these are the first hues, like NMD ones, which haven't sold out. Even yesterday, there were a couple of stores here in Finland that still had numerous sizes in stock. I think last week you could still go on adidas.com and you could still get pairs in various sizes.
Really?
So I think we're kind of getting to saturation point in terms of the hues. We're getting... How many releases were there a couple of weeks back? 5 pairs, I think. 3 NMDs, 2 of the new Tennis Hue 2.0s. So 5 pairs every 3 weeks on average, I guess, 4 weeks.
Overload.
It's getting crazy. And then again, tomorrow we've got these new Solar Hues. I think we've got 3 colorways. There's the white, the black, and then the kind of just crazy multicolored one. But one thing I've noticed about looking at them recently, and I think Dave has probably pointed stuff out like this in the past, of these Tennis Hues and these NMDs, there are a lot of kind of little links and throwbacks to some of the ice creams in terms of the colorways and stuff. Mm-hmm. And what I've noticed is if you look at, especially the white pair of the Solar Hues that are coming out tomorrow, and we're obviously recording this on Thursday in case I don't release this for a few days. If you look at the white ones, they do look like the original white and navy and kind of tan coloured board flips that were released. They've got that kind of suede look to them in parts, and they've got the kind of coloured accents. It at least reminds me of those board flips. So I don't know if that's being done purposely, whether they're looking at shoes he's previously done and kind of taking bits of inspiration from them as well, or whether this is a conscious thing from Pharrell himself when he has his inputs into how some of these shoes should look. But there are definitely some links back to some of the older ice creams which we're seeing. Yeah,
I think just the simple fact that they're so loud. At the time, ice creams were as far as colors go, they were the brightest and the craziest shoes that you can purchase, and it's still that way. The human races are just, especially this last, pack that came out, it's just insane. Like, I'm not particularly a fan of and I'm sure, I don't know if this is the actual term, but like the African pack. I don't know if I'm a fan of most of them. The ones that you got, I actually think I don't mind. But yeah, they're out there, bro. Like, it takes a special person to be able to wear those shoes.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, so I've got the pink pair, and I could have actually copped the other colours today, and I've passed on them. They do get looks. They do get attention from people that don't know what they are. They are. They certainly do catch the eye, especially with the big lettering kind of right down the front of them as well.
Right. Which one do you have? What does it say on yours?
Good question. It's not the Motherland ones. It's... Oh, God, I don't even know, to be perfectly honest.
You're like, I just got so many shoes laying around. I just can't even tell these days. It's just...
Go on.
No, go ahead. I wasn't saying anything. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it is kind of getting that way.
Yeah.
And I wore those Solar Hues, the pink ones, like once, I think, or maybe I wore them twice. And now, we're into autumn here, which will last about 3 weeks, and then we'll be into 6 months worth of winter, where I live in Timberlands for 6 months. So, yeah, they get 2 wears in a year, and that's pretty much it. And then I've got 15 other pairs of Hues as well, which again are just gonna sit around for the next kind of 6 to 7 months while everything gets covered in ice and then falls out again.
keep them bad boys in the box and whip them out next year.
Yeah, exactly. And then next year the collection will grow even more because there'll be more that are coming out.
Yep. I'm gunning. I'm really gunning for that October BBC exclusive release. I've never viciously tried to attain a pair of shoes before, specifically Human Races, because I know the ridiculousness of the releases and how unattainable they are for the general public. So, but this pair,
I've got. I saw you post about these.
The BBC exclusive. I think they're like pink and blue.
I'm the same as you. I will desperately be trying to get a pair. I think over the last 12 months, maybe we've seen like 4 or 5 different iterations with different designs on them, different colorways, all this kind of thing. I think the pair we're seeing at the moment, which is the striped, navy and whatever the other color is, like purpley pink kind of color, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think those will probably be the final pair.
Yeah. From
my understanding, and yes, I have already, I think, hit up every contact that I have and said, what do I need to do to get my name on a pair of these? Because from my understanding, they will be, and I may be completely wrong here, it's just what I know, what I've been told, and this may even change between now and then. They will be, there will be friends and family ones, as there always are, and then there will be a very limited stock that will be sold in store only in New York.
Yeah.
So there will probably not be an online version, unless for some unknown reason they don't sell any in the store. Any that get left over, may get put online. But that's going to be very, very unlikely. So yeah, I'm already, I was hitting up my contacts about 3 or 4 months ago, trying to make sure that if a pair did surface, then my name could be on them. Yeah,
I'm just hoping and praying, and if I do attain a pair of these, I'll probably never wear them. I'll probably wear them, when I'm really, really going out. But I just been trying to sit and figure out an outfit to even put together with these particular shoes, because the colors are so different.
You can't do that with Hughes. It's like when I pick any pair that I've got, it's just like you can't match anything to them. They're all like multicolored. They're all weird and wonderful looking. You just got to throw on whatever, basically.
There is, though. I used to have a BBC hoodie. It was purple, and it was all over purple, and more like bluish purple, and then the pink arch logo. If I still had that hoodie, I think I could pull it off. I think, but I don't even have it anymore. I sold it for like $60 when I didn't even know what I was doing. I wish I had all my stuff, man. It drives me nuts. I'm gonna be posting on my Instagram story some of the stuff that I sold for next to nothing, and it's just gonna make people cry. And it makes me cry when I think about some of the stuff that I was sitting on that I just got rid of for like no money.
I feel your pain. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
But I tell you what, I'll take another little segue here, because we're kind of going into it nicely, and that is our own podcast merchandise. So if you, Anthony, or you, the listener out there somewhere, manages to get hold of a pair of these very special BBC, Adidas, Hughes, and you think, what can I do with this weird and wonderful colourway? What am I going to match it with? Well, my friends, listen up. You can go to TeePublic, TeePublic.com, go to the little search box, type in Otherz with a Z, and you will see some of our own merchandise on there.
Go get it.
On there as well, at the moment, this is where I'm going to actually just make up complete lies because I can't remember what colour we actually put up. Bear with me, people, bear with me. But I'm pretty sure I did a really nice light purple gradient kind of shirt.
Which there you go.
Did. Yes, I did. There's one there. It's got a black background on it, but what you can actually do is you can go on there and you can pick one of about 25 different colours. So you can pretty much match the colours up exactly. And there's a few other different versions with different colour logos and stuff. There's red and like a pinky purple gradient. There's a dark, ideally there's a dark purple one, the original. And then you can pick that with a dark blue t-shirt and it would go perfectly. You'd look brilliant.
Those hoodies are fire, by the way. I like those hoodies a lot.
Yeah, so if you're out there and you want to support the podcast, or you just like the design of some of the t-shirts and the logos, then do head over to tpublic.com, put in Otherz. There's a few bits and pieces that are up there at the moment. There's the original logo that we use on Instagram and stuff at the moment. And then there's 5 different versions of a logo that a good friend of mine, Raphael, did. Zerk_illustrations. If you're on Instagram, check out his brilliant stuff. He did a logo. He's doing a few more for me at the moment. There's a few different color versions of that on there. But if you go on there and we don't have the color you're looking for, you want some weird and wonderful color, then just like hit me up and I can just add it on there within like 5 minutes. And then you can just jump in there. And also something to note, when I add them for the first 3 days, I think it's 3 days or 4 days, they'll be on sale with, I think, 25% off or something.
Now's the time, guys. Now's the time.
Yeah, so there's only one that's on sale at the moment, and that's literally got 19 minutes left on it on sale. But yeah, if you want some specific colorway, then hit me up. I can put it on there. You will get it, I think, for $14 instead of $20 for the t-shirt. Then there's also, I'm just clicking on one of the items now. Then there's also, you can have the logo on a tank top, a long sleeve t-shirt, baseball t-shirt, a crew neck sweatshirt, which I didn't even realise, a hoodie. Then you've got a bunch of kids apparel. You've got women's t-shirts. And you've also got phone cases, laptop cases, stickers, pillows, tote bags, mugs, notebooks. Basically anything you could want, you can get it with a logo on. As I say, there's 2 logos at the moment, and there will be some more designs coming pretty soon, I think. A shout out to the people that have bought them already. A few people have. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, if you like them, jump on there, buy one. If you don't see what you like, then hit me up, and I'm sure I can do you a version and add it up there for you and for everyone else as well.
Sweet.
That is my merchandise plug over.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was geeked out when I saw that. Because I think the first thing I saw you post was like a sticker on a laptop, and I was like, no freaking way. And then I followed the link, and I was like, yes, it's about time. We got some merch out here for us.
Yeah, definitely.
Shout out to you. Shout out to, you said it's ZURC, right? Zerk?
Yeah, Zerk. Yeah, or Z as we would say. Yeah, ZURC_illustrations. He does a lot of the artwork that I've posted in the past.
Yeah, he's
really great guy based out in Spain. So definitely check out his work. Shout out to him for doing the logo for me. And he's doing a few other bits at the moment as well. And yeah, I've bought a bunch myself. I have to pay retail for these. I don't get any kind of discount, but I've bought a bunch, and I think at some point soon we'll do some giveaways. I think there will be maybe a little friends and family edition that I do for people that I like and that I know and that have maybe appeared on the podcast once or more than once.
Oh, sweet. Crossing my fingers.
Yeah. Let's see what Santa brings you.
Right.
And yeah, some stickers and things like that. So we'll try and do a little giveaway at some point. But yeah, if you want anyone out there, then just hit me up and let me know, and we can get that sorted.
You got any other shout outs?
Yes, I do. Hold on, I promised somebody on Instagram I would promote something. I'm talking very slowly because I'm trying to
figure it out
who it was. Yes. All right. Bapeman92. He is currently, let me open his stuff. He is currently getting rid of all of his, or a lot of his, OG BBC stuff, which includes Swarovski t-shirts, the Swarovski like lollipop denim jacket, some hoodies,
Whoa.
all these kinds of things. But he is not selling them at a certain price. What he is doing is he's doing a raffle.
Oh, sweet.
So I will just read what he's got on his Instagram. 100 tickets for each item is 10. Okay, so it'll be 100 tickets for each item, $10 each, or 3 tickets for $20. He will film the raffle and announce it once all the tickets and things are sold. You can DM him if you are interested, but you can go check out his Instagram, Bapeman92, if you want to get hold of some real OG, hard to find, exclusive pieces. You can give that a go.
Dope.
But I think, that's everything I had this week, I think. Anything else from yourself?
Let's see. Oh, this is just a cool story. It's kind of a shout out. I mean, I don't really know if this person necessarily needs a shout out, but Laura Stiles. I don't know if any of you guys are familiar with her. She is a radio personality on Hot 97. I randomly, a long time ago, I posted something of her because she was wearing a Star Trek t-shirt during one of their broadcasts. And, I tagged her in it and I was like, yo, shout out to Laura Stiles rocking the Star Trek shirt or whatever. And she actually, showed me some love back on the direct message. And I found out that, she wasn't just wearing it because, it was just a cool thing. Like, she's actually a fan, and her boyfriend, who is on Instagram and actually didn't even realize that I had been following him and he had been following me for a while. The Amp Life, TheAmpMLIFE. He's a big fan. Like he's like a stan. He's got like drumsticks from some random tours, and like he's hip to like who Brent is and everything. Just like random things. Like I guess he's like a super stan. And we just DM'd for a while, just talking about like random like Pharrell related stuff, and I was just like, wow, like all right, cool, like she's about that life, man. So now every time I see her wearing like Star Trek related stuff, I'm like, yo, shout out to her, because she's probably like one of the most, I guess you could say like famous people that I've talked to on Instagram, and it was just cool to see that she's about that life, bro. So shout out to Laura Stiles, man. And shout out to her boyfriend, Ricardo Rodriguez, I believe that's his actual name.
That's it, yeah. I'm just flicking through his Instagram now. It's a picture of him with Pharrell and, loads of him at BBC with Mimi, in fact. Shout out Mimi.
Yeah, shout out Mimi, straight up. Super, super sweet.
Yep. So, he obviously is a big fan. Yeah, so shout out to them, definitely. All right, anything else?
I'd say that's about it. Another one in the can, bro.
That's it, another one done. So everybody, you can help support the podcast with the merchandise, or you can go to patreon.com/others. You can find and stream all the old episodes and information on the website, theothers.net. I will also put links to the store on there at some point soon when I eventually get round to it. You can follow us online. On Instagram, we are Others Podcast. I think, we are, and then elsewhere on Facebook, The Others.
It's remember what we are.
Yeah. I don't know where I am half the time, but just search for The Others with a Z, and you'll find us somewhere. All the usual places. You can find me on Instagram at Steve R. Penny. And where can people find you?
Star Trek World. And guys, don't forget, keep using the Others hashtag. All your Pharrell, Star Trek, Neptunes, anything in that realm, use the Others hashtag. Keep it going. Keep spreading it. There's a lot of us out there that we have not found yet, and it's just a community that keeps growing. Oh, and I have one more shout out on that note. And now, of course, I just logged out of. All right, okay, let's see. I have to make this shout out because there's good music coming from this individual. Hold on real quick.
While you're looking it up, I will say, yes, people keep using the Otherz with a Z and use hashtag Otherz podcast. And also at some point soon there will be, because I actually follow those, I'll try and start reposting stuff, but we'll also have like a feed on the website at some point soon with everything that has those hashtags in them. So make sure you put the Otherz and Otherz podcast on all your posts.
So I found it. It is, Star Trek handle is, I think it's Easy World. I know it's not probably pronounced that, but it's EASEWORLD. Super sick music coming from this man. I think he just released a mixtape or album called Dipped, and it's all inspired by Neptunes. So make sure you guys go check that out. Show him some love. Hit him with a follow. And a lot of good things coming. I was in a live stream with him not too long ago. I just happened to stumble across it and heard a lot of great chordy wonderfulness. So go check that out.
Nice. Yeah, definitely check that out, and I'll add a link in the show notes so people can go straight there. All right, well, that's it for this week, people. Thank you for listening. Make sure you get in touch, hit us up, whatever. If you want a t-shirt, let me know. They're not free, obviously, but I can put some nice colours on there for you. And yeah, that's it for this week. So thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Peace.